Hello viewers! Do you suspect your catalytic converter is clogged and doesn't do its job as it should? Maybe you're having a check engine light accompanied with a dreaded P0420 trouble code, or your car failed its emissions test. Well, what you can do in this case is try to clean the converter, which can be done without removing it. While there is no guarantee this will solve the problem, it's an easy and inexpensive job, so you might give it a try. Now, before we dive into some simple methods, I'd like to go over several situations where cleaning the catalytic converter won't help much or at all. One is when the converter's core has fallen apart, which usually creates a rattling sound most noticeable on accelerations. Obviously, this is a structural flaw, and cleaning it will make no difference at all. You can also check if this is the case by hitting a converter with your hand or a rubber mallet. If it rattles as if it's full of nuts and bolts, it's fallen apart. Another thing that can prevent the converter from being cleaned is if it's too clogged. In that case, the engine won't run properly because its exhaust is effectively blocked, and trying to drive it that way can only cause additional damage. Then we have the exhaust leaks, especially if they are near the catalytic converter. This can be a broken gasket, cracked manifold, or something similar, all of which will offset the structure of exhaust gases and result in misleading readings that can be falsely interpreted as a bad catalytic converter. Telltale signs of exhaust leaks include traces of black soot and a louder than usual engine sound. Now, if your engine is burning a lot of oil, the resulting fumes will clog and damage the catalytic converter. Sure, you can try cleaning it and this might temporarily solve the problem, but it won't last long because the burned oil will quickly clog the catalytic converter again. So if facing high oil consumption, you'll have to first figure out why this is happening and solve the issue before tackling the clogged converter. Common things that can cause this include clogged crankcase ventilation, broken valve seals, or worn piston rings. But from my experience, I suggest to check the crankcase ventilation first. It's much the same if your car is losing coolant and you suspect this is because of a broken head gasket. Focusing on a clogged converter really doesn't make any sense in that situation, and you'll have to deal with the head gasket or whatever's causing the car to burn coolant first. Okay, assuming you've concluded your catalytic converter is only clogged and hope cleaning it will restore its function, here are methods you can try. One is a so-called Italian tune-up, which was effectively conceived and perfected by Ferrari's engineers in the 50s or 60s as an easy and effective way of burning up the gunk inside the engine. The thing is, if you mostly drive in the city and have short trips, your engine will rarely reach its operating temperature, and this creates a lot of carbon buildup inside it, on the valves, exhaust manifold, and what's important here, within the catalytic converter, which actually needs to reach above 800 Fahrenheit to work effectively. If that's the case, all you need to do is take a car for one spirited drive, so to say. This can be a highway where you can legally and safely put your foot down for 10 or 15 minutes. Also, try to keep the revs high, let's say 4000 RPMs, as this additionally increases exhaust temperature and flow rate. By doing so, there is a good chance all the carbon deposits inside the catalytic converter will get burned off. Still keep an eye on the coolant temperature gauge. You don't want to push the engine too hard and overheating, causing more damage. If the Italian tune-up doesn't help or you don't feel like driving fast, consider using a catalytic converter cleaning additive. There are many good and proven products on the market, such as Catalytic, Chevron, STP or Lucas, so you can take your pick. Still, before deciding on what you'll use, take some time to research what each of them offers and how much it costs. The application for most of these products is dead simple. First, you obviously need to buy a selected fuel additive and read the instructions on the bottle to figure out in what quantities it should be added. In most cases, this will be a whole bottle per tank of gas. Then, when you have a half a tank of gas or less, stop by the gas station, open the reservoir and pour in an appropriate amount of additive in it. Again, this will usually be a whole bottle. Next, fill up the gas tank to the top. This will ensure the additive and fuel mix well for the best possible effect. Having done this, all that's left to do is drive the car as you normally would and hope the additive will do its job. But bear in mind, it'll take some time for the cleaner to make any effects. Usually 10 to 20 miles of driving at least. However, these cleaning additives can only help if the catalytic converter isn't completely clogged. Another benefit of these products is that they clean the entire fuel system, lines, injectors, oxygen sensors and so on, from which they help remove any contamination that might have accumulated on them over time. So those are the two ways you can easily try to unclog the catalytic converter. But how do you tell if that's the problem in the first place? Well, for one, if the catalytic converter is clogged, it's very likely the check engine light will come on. That's because the oxygen probe will detect excess pollutants in the exhaust gases. Still, as I always like to point out, this warning light can be triggered by many things, and to be sure, you'll need to plug in the scan tool and check the error codes. In case of a bad catalytic converter, you're likely to see one of these codes. You can find out more about all these codes and what to do in a separate video we have right here on this channel. In some regions, you are required to go for regular emission tests to get the car registered and inspected. However, when the emission system isn't running at full capacity, the vehicle could fail the test. You're sure to get a failed report when the catalytic converter is clogged, because the vital part can turn the toxic gases into less harmful ones. But again, other problems can lead to a failed test, such as a bad oxygen sensor or injectors, so don't jump to any conclusions. Next, you might also notice a characteristic rotten egg smell, which is an almost definitive sign of a bad catalytic converter. This strong and unpleasant odor indicates the presence of sulfur in exhaust, and that's because the converter isn't converting it into less harmful gas. A clogged converter will create high back pressure within the exhaust system, effectively choking the engine. In essence, the exhaust gases are not getting out of the cylinders fast enough, meaning new, fresh air and fuel can get in. As a result, the car will be down on power, and you might notice it doesn't pull as sharp as it used to when you put your foot down. Lastly, with the engine not running efficiently, you're likely to see a drop in fuel economy. For one, the combustion isn't optimal, meaning a portion of fuel won't get burned and will escape into the exhaust. Also, you're likely to press the throttle a bit harder because the car doesn't have full power, which only worsens the situation. If you tried to clean the catalytic converter and it wasn't successful, the only thing left to do is to replace it. And this, unfortunately, won't be cheap. Depending on the vehicle, a new catalytic converter costs anywhere from $500 to several $1,000s. This is because of the precious metals used inside it, which actually convert toxic gases into less harmful ones. To make things worse, some cars, especially those with V6 or V8 engines, have two catalytic converters, and if one is bad, it's quite possible the other one is on its last legs as well. So that would be all about the clogged catalytic converter and how you can try to solve the problem. I hope this video was helpful, and if so, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your friends. On the other hand, if you're having some different issues with your car, be sure to check other videos here or visit our site mechanicbase.com for detailed automotive repair guides. Bye!